The market trends that we see are the same things that we've talked about, I know, with our customers and partners here for the last few years. Globalization, corporate disruption, as competitive forces change, both the private, state-owned businesses, the workforce dynamics, the changing dynamics of multiple generations in the workforce at the same time, with the backdrop of skilled talent shortage. Not so much skilled labor shortage, but the shortage of the difficulty of finding skilled talent for many jobs, for many positions. And then just higher levels of scrutiny from a compliance, a reporting, a governance perspective. These pressures impact learning, training, and the whole human capital management business challenge. The way people work is changing, and I guess we could summarize this in 4 different ways. So one is information, so the source and the flow of information, from more of a single source to multiple sources, devices, applications. Communication models and methods changing rapidly. People, much more dispersed, much more decentralized, and much more mobile and global in terms of the talent pool workforce. And then kind of this shift from very static and predefined work networks to dynamic teams. So these things all combine to change the way that people work. We see the race for talent. It means different things to different businesses and different organizations. But the trends that we're seeing, I mentioned before, a race for skilled talent, but then more importantly, the race to retain and engage your talent, your workforce, in this decade here. So employee engagement is very critical, and it's joined at the hip with employee retention. And so a lot of what we'll talk about in our sessions really focus on engaging your workers and having that interaction with them. The race to innovate is something that we see as well, and this kind of comes back to the implementation of new technologies and the processes that lead to productivity growth. And so we'll give many examples of this today, and especially kind of moving to these dynamic work teams, this model, the ability to do that in addition to more of a conventional hierarchical approach using Saba. Innovation and market disruption. This is a classic example of the shift. There was a time, if you have children or teenagers or kids and ask them about a Sony Walkman or that type of technology, they won't remember what it is. But there was a point in time when that was cool to have something like a Sony Walkman, and now it's the MP3, it's the iPod, and the Shuffle, and the various new versions of that. The big shift, of course, as it relates to talent management and people and learning, is this shift to socially enabled work. And I know again, Veronique will talk quite a bit about that today. But I'm realizing you can't read this because I can't really read it from up here. But what it is showing is the adoption and use of social media related to human capital management. And what it's really pointing out, the top 3 or 4 reasons that businesses are adopting social media, social software, relate to customer service, customer interaction. So the top most important reason here at the top of the list is strengthening the relationship with your customers, followed by sharing information and idea with customers, suppliers, and partners, followed by establishing interactive relationships with customers. So it's not talking about the employees surfing social sites and those things. It's this application of social media in the talent and learning arena for this business purpose of really getting out to the ecosystem, the extended enterprise, as we like to call it, with your customers, your partners, your channel suppliers, etc. So again, we'll talk about just this explosive growth of the adoption and use of social media and how it impacts solutions like learning, like performance, like workforce planning, and collaboration. So at Saba, we've talked about this shift over the years from more of a core ERP HR system to first a learning management system, kind of in a tower or a silo, then moving to this model of integrated talent management, integrated learning and talent management, to more of now a model of collaborative people systems where you do combine collaboration and talent management with social capabilities. And this is what, when we use the term people-driven enterprise, this is what we're referring to, of trying to create that in your workplace.
Millions of people, and over half of the Fortune 100, have used the power of Saba to share know-how around the globe. Now, there's Saba Live. Real-time collaboration, enterprise business networking, and learning for teams that need to work together from anywhere at any time.